really contemplating everyone who's here today and our whole community and all of those who are participating online, and just looking at just how much effort and care and energy and focus has gone into this event. And this has been planned for months in Vasa leading up to it, and up till some of us were up quite late last night preparing things, and really just trying to not make things perfect necessarily, but really just trying to put the care that this event deserves to respect our practice and the intentions of those who are offering Kathina, and just looking at all of this kind of human energy and effort that has gone into something that's actually very simple, that's offering the robe for monastic. That's the intention is that it is the most simple possible clothing. That's we do the contemplation on the requisites every day, and just looking at how do I treat this in just the most absolute basic simple way to just clothe the body and not put a lot of other things into it. And compared to my lay life, where I was trying to be at least moderately fashionable, and putting a lot of effort into every morning getting up and deciding what I was going to wear and finding the jewelry that matched the whatever, and just that energy that going into that kind of proliferation and that complexity, and just noticing the difference between so much of the worldly attention that is just all of this energy that goes into just endless complexity that like really is endless. There's just kind of more and more and more and more of it. And we have a being visiting. And so just looking at the way that just feels so endless, and there's no bottom to it. It's just like you can just keep pouring out all of this energy and just goes into more and more. Versus this, where we're trying to really kind of focus and bring ourselves to something very simple, and because it feels to me like kind of looking at renunciation as I don't know, like there's a way, and maybe coming from a Christian background conditioning, there's a way it can look like denying yourself, or to trying to kind of limit yourself in a way that's about kind of joylessness. But what it actually feels like, and having the opportunity to live this way, is it feels like, I don't know, like taking a river that instead of being kind of spread out and kind of like a marsh, it's like bringing it all together. And instead of having all of these streams going all over and in all these different directions, it's like kind of gradually kind of guiding those side streams sort of back into the center. And there's a way that lets it kind of get more and more kind of depth and focus, and instead of just kind of a marsh that meanders all over the place, it's like it's bringing it together into a deep stream that then can be really like cutting down and kind of finding something with more depth. So it doesn't feel like, it's like from the outside it looks like something that can be very kind of dry and like, oh, it's like you don't have all of the color and the excitement of all of those entertainments and all of those things, but it actually just feels more like taking all of that energy and bringing it to something central, and then letting it find something that feels really like true and connected and deep. And it feels so much more rich and beautiful and so much more satisfying than any of those things ever did. And just feeling so grateful to have the opportunity to live this way and experience it, and so appreciating all of our friends who join us and support this, and also see the value of it and benefit by drawing near. And as Bhante said, like it is a fourfold assembly is what has brought the Buddha's teachings this far, and will keep carrying it forward. And it is, you know, all of us reflecting these values and this way of life in our own ways. And I think this is what the world needs. It feels like there's so much, you know, people are just really scared and really unhappy and really suffering so much. And in trying to solve that, they're going off into, this is my perception, going off into all of these things that they just don't work. And so appreciating having those near us who are willing to look at all of that and say, you know, it doesn't work, and what's a better way, and how can we bring more of that into our lives. And really appreciating that you support us in our endeavor to really live this life as fully as we can, but then also recognizing the value in, you know, drawing near and reflecting these things in your own lives, and then also everyone you're encountering is also seeing that in you, and maybe getting a little idea of like, oh, like maybe if I shift these values a bit, then that will actually lead me towards something that can take me out of all of that fear and into something that is more real and true and just in line with the way reality works. And conveniently then also brings happiness.